Alright, guys. Just a little bit of more lore.
Thou that tarnisheth the godmother's image, I am Gwyndolin. And thy transgression shall not go unpunished. Thou
Uh-oh.
shalt perish in the twilight of Anor Londo.
Yeah, basically an illusion. And honestly, I don't know why I couldn't just recreate the illusion or whatever, but I guess we'll just go with it. Take the proper way down this time. Actually, Anor Londo significantly changes now. You get NPCs. Who I believe are one time only spawns. Yay! And they're worth quite a few souls. But yeah, all the giants are gone. Pitchfork wielders, I believe, are also gone. Yeah, there's normally one back there. And I'm hollowed deliberately because critically. Oh, there's the Firekeeper.
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
I'll just burn you.
How? This woman is a threat. Master Gwyndolin.
Firekeeper soul. Yeah, she can be difficult to kill in the hand-to-hand combat. But I'm gonna switch to a parry shield here. Just for this section. Critically, the merchant is real. Moonlight arrows. Yeah, he's still there. Yeah, I have my shield. I have a parry shield equipped, and you'll see why in a moment. We're gonna work our way back to the Anor Londo bonfire. But before I ran into Lady the Darkling, I explained that I was tactically hollow, and that's because after you dispel the illusion of Gwynavere, the this area reopens to PvP. God, trying to spit it out, and I'm just having all the trouble in the world doing so. All right. Yeah, all the knights, as you've noticed, are still here. And they're all here. I'm not gonna... I figure I'd just show the ones on the way to the bonfire, which just kind of proves the fact that they're here. And we'll warp to the Anor Londo bonfire. But if I were to go into human form, I would be well open to invasions now. But yeah, in doing that, we have despawned all the giants, who were basically illusions. But yeah, I'm not going to be dealing... Crown of Dusk. Inigi is actually now the only source of pyromancy in the game, and we're about to remove that as well. Okay. Yeah, we're still half rolling. Boosting our magic a little further seems like a pretty good idea. But another thing that I wanted to just quickly make note of. The Anor Londo painting and the painted guardians still present. So painted guardians also real. But I'm not really particularly interested in PvP. I just figure I would just show it off. That you can do this thing. Alright. We could kindle this bonfire if we wanted to. Actually, I do have a thought for... We could magic barrier. We could, but I guess we don't really need to at the same time. Yeah, we actually haven't broke the covenant, so the Firekeeper actually just... Oh. We can't actually utilize the covenant, though. It doesn't matter. We're about to break it. Anyway, by going through the bonfire.
Heretic. First thou offendeth the Godmother, and now thou see fit to trample upon the tomb of the great Lord. I am the dark son, Gwyndolin. Let the atonement for thy felonies commence.
Oh, running away, are we? There's a couple other attacks he can actually do. I suppose the thing to do would be to let him actually do them, if we can. That one, which doesn't go through walls, and that one, which actually does. Oh. Well, crap. Those actually home, which... This is the easier attack to avoid. Okay, we did get a hit in. This corridor is nowhere near as long as it's being made to look either. And it's not endless, it just appears to be endless.
Oh, heretic.
You follow him down the path far enough, I believe it eventually does end. I talked over his dialogue. I apologize for that. And I did not have that trophy. Alright. Dialogue upon... O heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee. That's some hatred. So yeah, you can come here. And then you get the sunlight blade. I'm not sure what that treasure chest is meant to be. I think there's something in this one. Yeah. Brass set. Interesting. So we have Sunlight Blade, which we just picked up. Miracle wielded by Lord Gwyn's firstborn boosts right weapon with rays of sun. The power of sunlight manifested as lightning is very effective against dragons. When the eldest son was stripped of his deific status, he left this on his father's coffin, perhaps as a final farewell. And there is speculation abound that that the deities whose status was revoked is actually Solaire. Since he does have all the characteristics of serving the sun god and that. Now we're looking for the brass helm. There it is. Helm Keeper, or Helm of the Dark Moon Nightus. Firekeeper of Anor Londo. Oh, that's the armor that the Firekeeper wore. After becoming undead, she visited the Dark Sun Gwyndolin at the Mausoleum of Spiral Depths and became a Blade of the Dark Moon and assumed her flame-keeping duty. She received this helm, which hides her hideous form and helps her hunt the guilty. So the armor is actually the Firekeeper. The Firekeeper's armor. After becoming undead, she visited the Dark Sun Gwyndolin at the Mausoleum of the Spiral Depths, became a Blade of the Dark Moon, and assumed her flame-keeping duties. She received this armor, which hides her hideous form and helps her hunt the guilty. Yeah, I think it's all the same. Alright, just a quick run through of the area, which should be referenced as the Dark Moon Tomb. Maybe it's not. Dark Moon Tomb. Okay, do not enter the fog gate unless you wish to fight Gwyndolin. You know what I'm thinking is that third chest might be the covenant items that you're given, that you're otherwise given. And since they would already be given to you if you joined the covenant, they wouldn't be in the chest. That's what I'm thinking. But it's not explicitly explained, so there isn't any way to say definitively. But that might be one of the covenant items, maybe not the rank items. And I'm just going to apologize for the meticulousness of... Oh, you can just... Well, I'm already a heretic, so flowers. Since I'm already a heretic, why not go the full Monty? But yeah, since the darkening of Anor Londo and the covenant breaking is kind of permanent, as is the Firekeeper being hostile, more or less. I guess unless you absolve your sins, but it's permanenty. I'd recommend doing all this at Endgame, which is why I've actually waited until the very end to do all of this. It'll preserve your sanity. But yeah, he doesn't actually have a ton of HP. It's just the real challenge is getting to him. That is so That is so cool. And actually, we exited the wrong way. We can't actually teleport from the Anor Londo bonfire anymore. I assume this lever will call the lift from that side if it's not available. I've never actually needed to pull it before. Yeah, as far as I know, these enemies never respawn now. I guess the state of the lift doesn't matter that much. I'm just kind of picky about those details. Amusingly, the Chamber of the Princess bonfire still functions. Although the area doesn't highlight anymore. Yeah. So, just a couple other notes I'm going to make here. I said that there are going to be 2 Sanctuary Guardians here. Okay. There they are. They're always facing you as well. They're basically impossible to sneak up on. Their spawn trigger is apparently when it's apparently defeating Artorias. Which makes sense. Once you're through the area and you've defeated the Guardian, then obviously. It would make sense that it would spawn there then.
Oh, hello. What is it that you need?
We can ascend the pyromancy flame. The other thing we can do
Why, you monster! The fair lady! What have you done? What have you done?
Yikes. And he actually drops a couple egg vermifuges if you ever need them. And in killing her, we've actually now put this bonfire out. Yeah, you know. And again, I save that till endgame. Get all your sinning in before you get to the point where it won't count anymore. I believe the sinning does reset, but maybe it doesn't. Let's see what she says now.
Forgive me. I am in lead. I wish.
Oh, I didn't actually. Okay, it does. I gave the Lady of the Darkling up already, but it does identify them as specific firekeepers. And I believe this.
Forgive. I wish.
Yeah, I believe that it caps at 7, so we only need to find one more to max out the Estus flask healing. Whoa! Down y'all go. So yeah, we're just going to Damal now to get our last little piece of lore.
I didn't expect him. I suppose great.
So he now has available Dark Sun armor. Crown of the Dark Sun Gwyndolin, protector of the Forsaken city of Anor Londo. This crown of the gods demands faith, immeasurable of its wearer, but it is imbued with dark moon power that enhances all magic. The image of the sun manifests Gwyndolin's deep adoration of the sun. Robe of Dark Sun Gwyndolin, protector of the Forsaken city of Anor Londo, and the power of the moon was strong in Gwynolin. Thus he was raised as a daughter. His magic garb is silk thin and hardly provides any physical defense. Okay.
Thank you. That I have this, and we'll make another fight.
Okay. At this point, oh, I never looked up the Calamity Ring either. Ring enchanted by the Orange Eye of Calamity, the bringer of calamity, doubles damage received by its wearer. Useless ring befitting of no finger, best left unknown or at least well hidden. Maybe, I guess it's useful if you want to make the ring or the game a little bit harder. But no increased rewards or anything like that. Alright, we're going to the Abyss. Yeah, I mean, there's more armor. I suppose. I suppose we can kill Chester since he's an annoying prick. Can buy 13 humanity from him, but prohibitively expensive. Blah blah.
Oh, you. You have quite some nerve. Or are you just thick? Fine then. What is it that you need? I'll be seeing you if you...
If I survive my travels, huh?
What now? You think this is all my fault? How very, very petty of you. Very petty indeed. You win. Please. Oh, please. Have mercy.
Snickering. Where is it? There it is. Black hat worn by Marvelous Chester, a man of mystery lost in the past. The wearer of this top hat cracks a dubious permanent grin, the curse of Chester. Black leather long coat hat worn by Marvelous Chester, a man of mystery lost in the past. Exquisitely sewn aristocratic suit allows his wearer to move in silence, landing well to stealth. No distinguishing features, but extremely high quality. Exquisitely sewn trousers are decorated with silver trinkets of varying sizes and have straps. The inner legs for carrying crossbow bolts. Do we actually... I mean, killing everything to get all of their armor doesn't actually lend to anything like trophies or anything like that. The only thing I can think of with Ga is if his armor is actually any good. Not really. Oh yeah, I was gonna... I was just kind of curious. Oh, that is cool. I am Sun God. Worship me. Um, just take a couple levels. We're at like 102 now. I'll go back to the gold hems. Oh, yeah, I want to actually go to the abyss.
Oh, you again. You've come at the person. I saved them
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking through everything.
Come on. You no.
Nobody likes a tight one, huh? Okay. The abyss. There's actually a couple of weapons in the Knight's Honor that I need to... It's specifically concerning the Black Knight. Black Knight equipment. To which I think we already have the sword. God, we have so much. Yeah, actually we have the shield and the sword. Let's get rid of some of these bloated heads. Alright, talking to Koth should...
What is it? I am your guardian. Go on, state your wish. They fail, they worse, I am certain.
Yeah, we're going back to Darkwraith, which... you can get as many cracked red eye orbs as you would like. Yeah, we'll warp.
Be still. Entrust thy flesh to me.
Rest at Lord Vessel. Offer the souls. We have arrived. Endgame. Yeah, I basically need every Black Knight weapon that I don't already have. Everything but the sword. Killing the first flame, the only knights that actually respawn. Yeah, we have our item. Does he have a great? Or is that just a Black Knight sword? It looks like it might be a great sword. That was slow. There we go. Titanite chunks are guaranteed. I think they're pretty much a guaranteed drop here. This guy, he's got the great sword. Backstab! I need that sword, friend. PLZ drop. Thank you. There you go. And it has a B parameter bonus. So I guess I just didn't get this because I was just unlucky. Oh, this sucker maxes at 3 as well. Is it guaranteed? I think the chunks are, but I didn't happen to see what dropped. Anyway, if I'm lucky, they'll all drop what I need. So we need. We have the great sword. Okay, it does actually scale better. So yeah, I'm just looking for everything Black Knight here. Black Knight Greatsword. Anything else that says Black Knight on it. Oh, we do have the halberd. So we don't need that. We just need the Black Knight axe then, I think. That's it. Great axe. Alright. They're actually... Hello. They're gonna come and stab. Nope. Damn. Titanite chunk. I think it might be a guaranteed. The weapon drop might be guaranteed if you don't already have said weapon. Black Knight set drops. Yep, right under the Silver Knight helm. Which naturally has better fire defense. And bleed and poison. Some of the Black Knights who haunt Lord Ron. The knights followed Lord Gwyn when he departed to link the fire, but they're burned to ashes in the newly kindled flame, wandering the world as disembodied spirits ever after. This was actually one of the armors I liked wearing. Knights followed Lord Gwyn when he departed. Yeah, nothing new. I think that's the only item I have left to pick up. But, you know, we always missing things, I'm sure. Consideration here, you actually can be invaded in human form, which is why I'm not in human form now, as I'm trying to get the weaponry I need. There we go. I guess it's not a guaranteed pickup. That sucks. I think we might have to rest to respawn. Okay. What the heck? What a bizarre thing to be left behind there. I don't even know the circumstances behind what would cause that to happen. Drink. It must just come down to luck whether you actually get it. Well, that sounds pleasant. I could probably club him. Oh yeah, the Obsidian Greatsword. This was a tail cut from Calamite. One of the rare weapons, this greatsword is formed by the tail of one-eyed black dragon Calamite, the last of the ancient dragons. Mystical power of his obsidian blade will be released when held in both hands. But yeah, I want to use the large club. Oh, another great sword. I don't know what determines the drop. It must be a percentage chance. But once I get the axe, we will proceed with beating the game. I just don't want to, if I try to do a platinum run, I don't want to be held up by trying to... Held up by, you know, trying to... The chunks are guaranteed. So yeah, there is not a better source of Titanite chunks. Actually, I don't like that. I don't actually like that I just got that drop. Yay! Alright. So I won't actually need to go offline to, or I won't need to go off recording to do it. Silver Knight Spear. So we have 2 great swords, 1 Black Knight sword, which kind of speaks towards the difficulty of we have a Silver Knight straight sword. So the sword, great sword, great axe we just picked up. Which is right there. Great axe of the Black Knights who under Lord Run used to face chaos demons. The large motion that puts the weight of the body. The attack reflects the great size of their adversaries long ago. I'm interested in great swords we can actually wield, because we're just up to 32 strength. That's actually why I am slowly increasing my strength, because I actually want my playthrough to be open to actually being able to use these things. Black Knight Halberd, Black Knight Shield, Great Axe, Giant's Halberd, we have a ton of those. Crescent Axe we acquired. Stone Great Shield. And just reading this off like, you know, a checklist. The stone sword should be in our inventory too. Yep, there it is. Granted Sanctus, Dragon Crest Havels, Dragon Tooth, Great Bow, Store of Straight Sword, I'm pretty sure we've acquired that. Yeah. We've got it all. I'm fairly positive we do. Store straight sword, there it is. Alright. Just, you know, making sure. I want to be in human form so that we can summon an old friend for the ending. But yeah, it's easiest to just knock all these weapons out of the way while we can here. This should hopefully do. Well, it doesn't kill them in a single hit, but comes pretty dang close. Let's get the Hornet Ring on, and then it should. And actually, the Hornet Ring should remain on us. Oh, I can't believe that missed. You blocked that. I hate you. Ugh. This is quite annoying. The wind-up for that is just so slow. Black Knight Shield, just in case we didn't have enough of those. We're not going to need a ton of Estus for this. The final boss can actually be parried, which makes it pretty easy, actually. The real issue is just getting invaded. If we get invaded, it'll make things a little bit more complicated. Yeah, the Hornet Ring takes him down in a single blow. There's our old friend. I'm just doing an item check here on the area. Black Knight set is the only. Okay. I just making sure I didn't. I think it's just the Black Knight set. If there were any items to acquire, we would have seen them. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Just messing with my OBS interface there. Yeah, as if we needed more of those. And there's your guaranteed source of blue chunk. Actually, I'm curious in my trophies. We still have a hit. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Oh, we could have done an enchanted weapon. Easily done in the next play in New Game Plus though. Alright, let's go. Yeah, see, you can just make him eat it. And this club staggers him. Ah. And Gwyn kills him. Get a sunlight medal. I got 14 of those, which will easily rank up the Covenant. Now, praise the sun. I did it. Two possible endings. You can hit X to link the fire, which is the quote-unquote good ending. Or I just feel like exploring the room here quick. There's the ending I've basically built up to, which is becoming the Dark Lord. And ushering in the Age of Dark. Yeah, there's some rock faces here you can kind of use to, if you can't parry them, you can kind of cheese them a little bit. But we're gonna take the bad ending.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Carth and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Yeah, I actually could have done an enchanted weapon, but it's not a big deal. So there's the game. I am planning to do Dark Souls 2, but before I do that, I really probably should beat Final Fantasy Tactics. Because I come back to it after like 2, 3, 4 months, I'm going to be like, I don't remember where I was, I should probably play the whole game again, and I'll never beat it. We'll see how I feel next week, I suppose. But yeah, once I get that out of the way, Dark Souls 2 will be happening. That's kind of my general plan. Maybe I'll just say screw it and start playing Dark Souls 2 anyway. Maybe try to do both at the same time, even though that might not work out well. I was almost ready to split this up too, but I got the night axe dropped the second time, so I didn't need to if I was gonna need to go through it like 5 or 6 times, it would make sense to like record the whole thing. I probably should have killed Solaire this playthrough. But yeah, getting that armor. It looks like there was some online activity there, though. But yeah, the armor you don't need for anything. It's just... Again, all the armors are like for being even more completionist than the trophies in the game. Great game. It's even more refreshing, like going through and actually reading the lore as you're going. And I think I actually missed reading a lot of the magic lore. No, I think some of the more important magic lore I think I do remember reading. But if there was any missed lore, it was mostly in the magic. There was maybe an item here or there that I forgot to read. But I did try, for the most part, to read everything. I tried to remember to. And then it starts over again.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
I don't think you actually need all the boss soul weapons, just like a few of them.
This is your fate.
Okay, we do need to defeat Gwyndolin twice. Wow. Alright. Yeah, you lose all the keys, except I guess the master key, which I purchased in the last game. Once you have that, I guess that stays in your inventory. So it's like having it as a starting gift. You get to keep all your chunks. I suppose I should have got the pursuers, but yeah, I can get them. I can get them later in this playthrough. I just forgot. It looks like most of the Covenant items are kept. Rings. Yeah, keys are basically what you lose. But you get to keep all your weapons and armor that you've acquired. And these guys are now worth like 6 times what they were before. 7 even. That's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I think you lose the right of kindling too. Yeah. Bonfire. Oh yeah, you lose the smith boxes too. Lovely. You can actually see him before you walk in the room, so you can see that he's gonna come and attack. There's nothing really to this guy. Even extra hard version of him goes down pretty easily. And you get his hammer. You can get that into the new game cycle if you just defeat him without going into the door. And you get another copy of your weapons if you want them. I'm just switching my weapon now because I just want something a little bit quicker. Longsword, yay! Yeah, I suppose we can just continue on until we get to Firelink. So I can just kind of showcase the differences in New Game Plus. I think the bonfires stay kindled at the levels they were at, even though you do lose the right of kindling. I think you get to keep your bonfires at the levels they're at, but can't. Yeah, we've gotta open that door with that. Ooh!
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Hmm? Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I guess you could say no, but
Regrettably, I have failed in my
I never
mission.
do.
But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this.
Oh, they give you the East key.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
There's no story reason, but I think it's just a gameplay consideration to the fact that you've gotten this far, so there's no reason to make you go through getting the key again the way you did in the first game. Through the original playthrough, rather, so you can just come straight here and get the iron ring if you want it. Although we don't actually need to get it again, since we already have it. I guess they figure there's no reason to force you to need to acquire it the same way again. Like if you just want to loot this whole area, they just give you the means to do that. Although you still need to come back here if you want the peculiar doll. We'll just confirm this quick. Oh. An East Iron Bars and Undead Asylum Floor 2. Oh, okay. Maybe because we already killed the boss then. I think the boss normally drops it. I don't know. But yeah. I suppose we can read up on the lore on our way to the next area. Maybe it's that door that... So it's not the door I thought it was. Yeah, the nest's still there, beautiful as ever. I mean, I thought we could just go and get the iron ring, but it doesn't matter since we already have one anyway. So it's not even that big of a deal. Then you can make trades with them. I believe it's called Snuggly the Crow. We've done some of that as it is already.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Oh, you get the East Key no matter what.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
So yeah, he gives you the East Asylum key. You get the Pilgrim key if you kill the boss before talking to him from him. If you talk to him and then kill the boss, you get the Pilgrim key from the boss. Yep, and as you can see, everything is back. All the item pickups. Especially this prick. But yeah. That was the only other thing I was concerned about, was whether the bonfire stays kindled, and we have actually just confirmed that. Alright. I may or may not mess with this in my spare time. But that is the end of the game. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already done so, feel free to thumb button above one time, or sub, share, like if you're watching on YouTube. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again next time. Till then, praise the sun.